Check out the video description for details. It's Tuesday, September 26th. Today we are going to be talking about our October stock purchase, the second one, Apple. Yesterday we talked about Activision in depth, so let's go ahead and talk about why we like Apple. We think it's one of the better companies that you can invest in, and it's certainly it's our largest holding for our kids portfolio now. As we've bought more stock on the dips, it's bounced back about 2% today, but anytime it dips, usually after an event where they announce products, that's a good time to buy. And iPhone 8 talked about that, the iPhone 10 and the Watch Series 3 was all talked about, as well as the Apple 4K TV, but this isn't the reason why I like Apple. I don't buy into the iPhone being the end-all, be-all for their company. Now, obviously, it's made them a fortune, and it's one of the most popular phones out there. It's a lot of things that are underneath is what I like about Apple. So let's look at the stats. You can see it's up. It was up almost 2% today, but one of the things, it's cheap compared to other companies with its forward earnings. So there's a biggie right there. It has pretty solid growth and gigantic cash. Oops. Let's use the right tool here. Gigantic cash and free cash flow in the billions, as well as a dividend where they keep raising the dividend, and they have a pretty good dividend payout. So definitely a solid company, solid stock. But what we really like about Apple's stock is how they're integrating it with kids, and how this is going to be a future. Their platforms are going to be developed on, and to me, this is their secret weapon, is Swift, and the kits that come with it, the AR kit, the home kit, and the health kit. Using it to program device, and they're really inundating this with kids who are programmers with the iPad, learning it on that. It's pretty easy to develop with a lot of drag and drop, not heavy on the coding, so pretty good, and you get into the Apple ecosystem with it, and this to me is the hook that's going to keep Apple going for years to come. You can see Swift Playgrounds here. It's like playing a game to learn, and now they're integrating it with using drones in real life to program. And it's the old, they basically brought Carol to life. Those people who know the old, you would program Carol, the robot, and now they're doing that in real life with Swift, and lots of programs everyone can code. They talk about getting people involved with at their stores. They have classrooms, and like I said, getting kids to do it, and developing that with different universities. So pretty cool there. Also, their Apple TV. This is a good example of them bringing 4K to the mainstream by keeping the prices the same as HD, and basically upgrading them for you. So it's their services, it's their underlying software development that I think is really the thing to focus on. Mac sales have been solid or growing, while the rest of the people are losing shares. So they get the most bang for their buck, and this is kind of their Trojan horse, the Swift underneath. So we like Apple. We continue to like Apple, and we think that they are a great buy. So those are the reasons why we like Apple. Now, a lot of other articles coming out this week. I'll start talking about them tomorrow. So here's a quick preview of things to come. Robert Kirkman is signing an exclusive first look deal. We like to look at indie comics, indie things like that, graphic novels, things that get picked up by different studios and can develop into huge franchises. We've talked about looking at indies, how well they perform on Twitch, looking at Kickstarters and stuff to get different investing ideas. So we'll talk about Robert Kirkman's first look, maybe some Red Dead Redemption 2 news. They're making some announcements this week. We'll talk about speculation on that, and the Atari 2, or the new Atari, finally getting some details on that. So tomorrow I'll hit up those stories and get back to some more of the news. But that's what we liked about Apple. That was October's buy, Apple and Activision. So let me know what you think about Apple in the comments below. I'll put links to the different articles in there. And thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Get the latest investing news for gamers. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.